We'll be covering over what Flare Network is, how it works, and some concerns that I have. The Flare Network plans to be the bridge between different blockchains so they are able to share data between each other while also making it easier to build on one another, making crypto more interconnected. But the best way to understand what Flare Network is and what they're trying to do is to understand what dApps are. And to make it simple, dApps are similar to apps that you have on your phone, like TikTok, your calculator, or even your notepad. These are all different applications that you are free to use on your device. The only difference between apps like those and dApps are decentralized, so not one company or corporation has full control over it, like how Elon Musk bought Twitter and now has free reign over the whole app. But instead, dApps are made for the people and ran by the people. A really popular one is called Axie Infinity, which is a pretty cool decentralized game where people can play and trade NFTs while also earning money. And this is just a quick example of what a dApp could look like on the blockchain. So now, we know what dApps are. Basically, different apps that are decentralized that can be used on a blockchain. And just for an example, you can think of different blockchains as different brands of phones. With that being said, only certain phones can run certain apps, and some phones can't run any apps at all. And this is the problem that Flare is trying to solve, by connecting different blockchains together and allowing them to run decentralized apps and have them communicate with other blockchains. And Flare's main focus is to bring this kind of technology to blockchains that currently don't have the ability to run dApps, like Bitcoin, XRP, Dogecoin, and so on. But overall, it plans to connect all the different blockchains and their data together in order for them to run different dApps and share it between one another. So Flare plans on doing this with its 3 different innovations that they are bringing to the space. Those 3 things are called Flare Time Series Oracle, Flare State Connector, and lastly something called Layer Cake. And I know, it's a lot of words, but don't worry guys, I'm going to break it down so it can be simply understood. So let's go over the Flare Time Series Oracle. Firstly, way too many words for me personally, but a quick explanation on what an oracle actually is will definitely help with the understanding on what Flare is trying to do. So, an oracle is basically something that brings information and data from the real world to the blockchain, or data and information from blockchain to blockchain. So for example, if you want to know what the price of bread is or what time it is in a different country, an oracle will be able to make that information accessible to the users on whatever blockchain that is using the oracle. The most popular oracle right now is Chainlink, and it's been in the crypto space for a bit of time, so it's pretty established. It also has a few partnerships going for it already. The only thing with Chainlink is it's centralized, meaning that one group has control over the whole thing. And as you guys know, crypto is made to be decentralized and put the power back into the hands of the people. And Flare Network plans on providing a secure connection that will be able to provide data sharing while also making it decentralized with their Flare Time Series Oracle. So basically, Flare plans on creating a way for information from the real world and other blockchains to be readily available for everyone that is in the crypto space or the real world, all while keeping the process decentralized. Flare also has something called a state connector, which basically gathers accurate information about any blockchain to help improve the security when bridging assets between blockchains. So it's just as the name implies, it tracks the state of the connection between blockchains. And with the large amount of hacking that has occurred between different bridging protocols, Flare Network claims that their state connector will be able to provide a more secure way to bridge assets without getting hacked. But Flare is still new, and only time will tell if they're able to do this once they are more established in the space. Flare also has their Layer Cake, which is their bridge between blockchains, which will allow people to move crypto from one chain to another. The way that the bridge works and why it's different from others is everything will be backed 1-to-1. So in order to transfer 100 USDT from the Binance blockchain to the Ethereum blockchain, there needs to be 100 USDT on the Ethereum blockchain. So basically, people will need to provide liquidity for all of these transactions to happen by supplying the Flare network with their own personal coins. And they in return would get a percentage back on their tokens for being a liquidity provider for Flare's Layer Cake bridge. This will also make large transactions process a little bit slower, but will increase security, because just in case a hack were to occur, this would slow down the process immensely and only allow the hacker to get only a small portion of the transaction that they are hacking. So as far as the concerns for Flare, it is a fairly new project and still developing. It also has inflationary tokenomics, which is not necessarily bad because there are other projects that also have inflationary tokenomics, but it does mean that more Flare tokens will be created, which will not help the price appreciation, but instead hurt it if it does not have good adoption, which is another thing. Flare's goals for being an oracle is very similar to Chainlink, and the idea of connecting the blockchains together is also similar to Quant. The problem with this is that these are the two main projects that Flare will be trying to compete against, if not try and work side by side with. A good question would be, does Flare provide the necessary technology, and does it have the ability to capture the attention of the retail market? Because currently, Quant and Chainlink are established projects in the space. So what would cause someone to go from Flare's network instead of the previous projects mentioned? It is just something to think about, but it is also very possible that Flare has what it takes to stand with these projects, and if not, work together. But truthfully, only time will tell. Flare did just recently get released on Coinbase, so it could be a sleeping giant. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment below and check out this video next for another crypto breakdown.